Hi everyone, the Kootenay Ice continued their winning ways and are now just 4 points out of a playoff spot. Not too shabby for a club that was dead last in the Eastern Conference at one point during the season. The Ice were in PA last night, just over 4 minutes in. The Raiders capitalized on a turnover. Anthony Bardero picked the corner. His 18th made it 1-0 for the home team. Later on, this is Reed Gardner passing the puck to Mike Winther. He beat Mackenzie Skapski on the one-timer. Winther's got 16. It's 2-0 Raiders to the second period. Skapski made amends, stopping former Tiger Jaden Hart and then robbing Winther on the rebound at the other end of the ice. Raiders goalie Luke Siemens also played well last night. Stopped the low shot there by Kyle O'Connor and stoned Jeff Kubik on the rebound, and he lost his lid on that play as well. In the third period, PA Sawyer Lang took a spill, and Kootenay took advantage of that. Jaden Deschanel scored. The Ice trailed by a count of 2-1 now. Midway through the frame, Jordan Boyd fed Sam Reinhart at the side of the net. The backhander squeaked through Siemens. Tie game at 2. Let's go to overtime, shall we? Here's the Ice with an odd man rush with time winding down in OT. Deschanel to Reinhart. His second goal of the game was the winner, and 3-2 was the final score. Kootenay has won 8 of their last 9 contests. The only coach the University women's rugby Pronghorns have ever known is taking a step back. Neil Langevin has decided to take a 1-year leave of absence as head coach. Langevin has guided the Horns to 5 CIS national medals, including 3 consecutive CIS championships from 2007 to 2009. He is also a very accomplished coach on the national stage, having guided Canada to a 4th place finish at the 2006 World Cup, and is currently serving as the U20s national coach. He'll be replaced in the interim by his assistant, JJ Andres. I'm sure she'll do a good job in his absence. Lance Armstrong has been stripped of the bronze medal he won at the Sydney Olympic Games back in the year 2000. Meantime, the International Cycling Union is willing to provide amnesty to cyclists who admit to doping at its independent commission on drug use in the sport, which is rampant, in case you hadn't guessed. The organization was initially reluctant to provide assurances, but now says it will as long as there isn't conflict with the code of the World Anti-Doping Agency. And you can hear from Armstrong tonight in part 1 of Oprah Winfrey's exclusive interview with him. It airs on the OWN network at 7 o'clock. Well, he's a star linebacker with Notre Dame, a top prospect for the NFL draft this year, and says he's a victim of a bizarre hoax. It turns out Manti Te'o's girlfriend, whom he met online, never actually existed. But as ABC's Diana Perez reports, the question now is, could Te'o have been involved?
Star linebacker Manti Te'o's love story gripped the nation.
6 hours ago, I just found my grandma passed away, and he would take, the love of my life.
That love, girlfriend Lene Kekua, reportedly losing her battle with leukemia. His incredible loss and decision to honor her memory by playing against Michigan instead of going to her funeral further humanized the athlete.
She made me promise that she said, babe, if anything happens to me, you promise that you'll stay over there and that you'll play and that, you'll honor me.
His performance on the field and heartbreaking story off of it made him a front runner for the Heisman Trophy. But it turns out Lene Kekua, who Te'o met online, never had leukemia, never died, never even existed. Te'o says he was duped. And in a statement, he says, "To realize that I was the victim of what was apparently someone's sick joke and constant lies was and is painful and humiliating." Notre Dame, having conducted its own investigation, believes him.
This was a very elaborate, very sophisticated hoax.
But writer Timothy Burke for sports website Deadspin.com, who broke the story, says he's not convinced Te'o is innocent.
I think a lot of people are very, suspicious when Te'o says that he had no idea and he was just the sucker in this, because, why would somebody go to such great lengths to hoax him like this?
Burke says Deadspin realized that this girlfriend was someone's fabrication after a tip, and in their research they weren't able to find any school records or a death certificate for Lene Kekua. Diana Perez, ABC News, New York.
Scandal, scandal, and more scandal in the world of sports.
All in sports, none in news. Sports, you get it all. Coming up next, these could be the ultimate jeans because they moisturize your skin.
Right.
And help you get rid of cellulite.
What?